Welcome to Violin Adventures number 125. We continue onward with our ancient violin. Also working on the purfling on the new violin with a little excitement added in, and just a brief look at sharpening the tools. Here we want to get our new bass bar in. So we'll be fitting this piece of wood. Okay, this bass bar is going to go right where a bunch of cleats were. And so there's like a train track effect. So I'm going to smooth that out. And one of you wanted to see me sharpening my tools, and it feels like this little gouge is ready to be sharpened. I use it all the time, and it's one of my favorite. And it's starting to get a little bit dull. Okay, this is going to be awfully boring to watch, so I'm going to see you as soon as I get this all fit. Okay, the bass bar is all fit, so we're ready to glue it in. Okay, our bass bar is in. So we'll let this dry for at least 12 hours and form it into a beautiful bass bar. Next to the purfling on the new violin, we're going to get started on the purfling. Okay, are you ready? Actually, am I ready to do the purfling? Yes, let's go ahead and do it. So I'm just going to show you up close the tools that we use and then show you a little bit how it's done. So here's our purfling tool. It's what we use to scribe around the violin and mark out the purfling channel. So I have these two blades, and I want it to be the thickness of the purfling I'm going to use. So I'm going to put the purfling in the middle of the blades here. And this is a little bit tricky, but okay. So here we have a little piece of purfling in here to separate the blades so that they're just the right thickness apart. And now I'm going to run this along the edge of the violin, and then I run around the Okay, I'm going to take my other hand and see if you can see, or scribing into the violin where I want my cuts to be. Then once I get both channels cut, both sides of the channel cut, then I'll dig it out with this tool. Okay, I'm testing the heater here to see if it's ready for me to bend my purfling. Well, not quite. Okay, so I saved the corners for last. This is a very fun part of the purfling. So I draw it out where I'm going to want it so it's artistic, and there's test our heater again and see if it's ready. Okay, our middle bouts are in. We'll let them dry overnight and then we can finish the rest of the purfling. The funnest part are making these corners into bee stings, making them look really pretty. Back to the ancient violin. The bass bar is shaped and we're ready to start working on the cleats. Okay, we're going to cleat up the cracks, but they're looking good since we have this edging going all the way around the violin. The cracks are looking like they don't need a lot of reinforcement. The cracks are all cleated, and so we'll leave this till tomorrow. Just a brief look at sharpening the tools at someone's request. Okay, so I'm going to sharpen this little gouge. So first of all, I'm marking the back side with this black pen. So I want to see exactly where this is hitting on the wheel, and then I take this little tool. I'm adjusting the length of the bar to make sure that the tool hits the wheel just at the right angle. Usually after I sharpen these, I just need to touch them up a little, but this one hasn't been cutting like I want it to, so I am putting a little different angle on it. Okay, I did a whole demonstration without turning the camera on. So what I'm doing is I have a flat gouge here, and it should be straight on the top, but it's crooked. So I marked with a black marker so I can see where my wheel is hitting, and I'm reshaping this. Okay, this is an improvement on what it was. At least we don't have any chips now. And we'll see how that works. Okay, do you want to see how these work? The ones that I just sharpened. So this is one of the little gouges. It cuts so smooth and so just like cutting butter. It's so easy to cut. So that one's good. Let's take this one where I reshaped the top. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So that one is nice and sharp. I'm happy with that. And then this one, this is my favorite. I use it all the time. So there they are. Finishing up the purfling on the new violin. Okay, we're going to stop for the night. We've got the purfling in on the back, and tomorrow we'll put it in on the top. Okay, this is the closest I can get my camera without trying to hold it. I can't do both. So This is the amazing fun part of finishing up the purfling, is getting the bee sting here and sliding that in so it matches so beautifully with the other piece. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, we got all the purfling in, and we'll look at this corner and also at this corner. And now the next job is to take the purfling down. So it's above the surface here. We got to take it down and make a beautiful edge. It's been raining all night. Okay, you guys, it is now almost 9:30. I see a log floating down the creek there. And the yard is getting a little bit flooded. Well, I'm gonna go off and run an errand, and we'll see what it's like when we get back. This is the drain from the street. Comes roaring down into the creek. This is just 10:30 and the thunder is rumbling and the creek is overflowing. There's no cows across the road right now, but there's a little waterfall I see. Let's zoom in. Okay, it's 4:30. The water did subside for a little bit, but now it's coming back up. But we're doing all right. It hasn't come all the way up. Okay, this is Friday afternoon. It's definitely getting a lot greener, but this is the aftermath of our flood yesterday. So let's go check out the creek. Okay, here's our creek. The water's rushing down there. You can see the two little creeks still emptying into the big creek right down there. And here we are, really full. At least it's come down and contained in the creek. Very wet out here. So here it is. Lots of water coming down. I'm going to take the clamps off of here and take these cleats down while we listen to beautiful music in the background. Okay, you can see we don't have very many cleats on here. And part of that is because this is such a big patch that it's covering a lot of area that could have used cleats. I'm putting a cleat where the old cleats were, but I don't see any problem. So I'm putting as least as I can. Okay, we're going to tap this. It's got really nice tone. You can tell that it's, let's check this way. Yeah, everything is vibrating. No, but the tone is good. That's great. Okay, what I'm going to do next is put a coat of sealer coat on here to discourage those bugs and to keep the wood from getting really soft. And so we'll do that next. Okay, and while we're doing the top, we also need to do the inside of the back. So we've got our upper and lower blocks, which need to be coated, because we don't want any more worms coming through. Hopefully there won't be a problem anymore, but this will preserve the wood. What we're going to do next, we have the label in and the cleats are cleated, the bass bar is in, we've got our sound patch, everything is done. I'm going to leave the back of this violin because it looks like it's solid and I don't want to disturb it. Here's the inside of the violin and here's the top. The Hebrew minute. Hashem Elohayik, Bakir Bek Gibor Yoshia, Yasis Elaik, Basimcha, Yacharish, Ba'ahavato, Yagil Alaik Berina. The Lord your God, or Hashem your God, in the midst of you. He is in the midst of you. He is mighty. He will save. And this is the root is Yeshua. He will save. He will rejoice over you with joy. And this is my favorite part. He will cause you to rest in his love. He will joy over you with singing. Now, I think we've done this verse before, but if you know where it's found, please leave it in the comments below. Freddie wants to chat.
Hi, I'm Freddie, and I have a fun story to tell you, because this week we had a big flood. It was so big that if I went outside, I would have drowned in it. So my mom told me to put my scarf back on because it got cold again. So I'm wearing my scarf. I just wanted to tell you guys all about the flood because the water kept coming up and it got closer and closer to the house. And then, oh yeah, it almost came in, but that big wall was there, so it couldn't come in. But later, after the water was all done raining, later a little bit came in. So we were really busy working and cleaning up the water. But everything is okay now. I just wanted to tell you about that. And another thing, my mom said not to give up on any more pictures because she said that more of you guys are out there and you're working on violins and you're working in metal and you're working with wood and you're making things and more things and more things. So she said that more of you are going to be sending in your pictures. So don't forget to send in your pictures because that was really fun. You guys are good at working on projects and I like to see them. because I'm trying to learn how to do all this stuff. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, have a good week, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, here we are in the shop. Let's take a look at the end of the week progress. Here's our ancient violin. It is now closed up. We're going to let that close up for the weekend. And then we have the scroll here. That's our task for next week. Is here on our new violin. We've got the purfling in. And I took some of it down, as you can see. Okay, so I want to continue to scrape this till everything is smooth. Finish out the edges. And then we can put in the scroll. We still need to drill the holes for the pegs and a little bit more cleanup on the scroll. And these are the tools that we were using to take down the purfling. Thank you so much for watching, for your wonderful comments. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. And thank you for the thumbs up, and welcome to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. And until next time, God bless you. Bye.